Money coaching is a framework for understanding how we think and feel and behave around money. And this understanding helps us to make better decisions, reduce anxiety and other negative emotions. And it also helps us to communicate in healthy ways. Money is this thing that runs through our lives, and yet very, very few people have actually been shown how to understand it or manage it. And yet it's actually quite complex. So as a money coach, I help people to understand, manage the money in their lives, and help them to address issues that they face around spending, around saving, around earning, and just generally helping them to feel a bit better about where they currently are. And also to develop the behaviors that are going to take them towards the person they want to be and build financial wealth and financial independence and financial security. When you don't understand how to do something, but you have to do it every single day, we end up in the situation where we tend to internalize our failure around this space, or we internalize our struggles. Let me put it a little different. So here's something I do every day. Here's something I use every day. I'm struggling with it. Maybe I don't have enough savings. Maybe I don't have any savings. Maybe I'm in debt. Maybe I don't understand my spending. I'm struggling with this. I don't understand why. I guess there must be something wrong with me. And so a lot of people who come to me have started from the question of, how do I do this? And then they get into a space where they go, well, why is this so hard? And eventually they end up with, why can't I do this? What's wrong with me? And unfortunately, that chimes with a lot of the messages that we got growing up. People would say things to us like, why did you do that? What's wrong with you? Or why don't you understand that? What's wrong with you? Or how can you say that? What's wrong with you? And so we end up with this tendency, if there's something that I can't do and I don't know why it is, there must be something wrong with you. And the problem we have with money, other than no one's ever shown us how, is that it gets very tied up in our feelings of self-worth. And that means it's very, very easily hijacked. The whole process of thinking about money and thinking about money and ourselves is hijacked by the more reactive parts of our brains. It's very easy to get triggered, to get anxious, to get ashamed. And it's very easy for all these negative emotions to come up. So understanding our relationship with money is important, because if you want to learn how to do something, if you want to learn how to do something better, if you want to learn how to get good with something, then understanding your relationship is the cornerstone of that process. And what I mean by that is that in terms of our relationship with money is, how do I feel about myself? How do I feel about money? How do I feel about money and myself? It's the same process around exercise. It's the same process around food. So the concept of, what does my relationship with money look like? How does it work? How do I get better at it? Is aimed at around understanding that process. In other words, how did I learn about money? Why do I think about it that way? What does it do? Is that helpful? Is anxiety being good for me? Is it protecting me, or is it actually making me really too scared to engage with my finances? Is that take me down an avenue where I don't even want to look at my bank statements, or I want to think about planning? So teasing that apart for people is the process of understanding your relationship with money. And then when you understand how it works, and then you can begin to improve it. I guess the commonality in all of this is that when people think about money, or they think about their finances, they feel bad. And we can define bad in a number of different ways, but essentially they feel some level of discomfort that can manifest itself as anxiety, shame, guilt, regret, even jealousy, even anger. And what that's telling you is your relationship with money is not healthy. So if your foot hurts, your foot is telling you that you need to look at it. It's giving you very clear feedback around maybe I need to stop running, maybe I need to go and see a knee specialist, maybe I need to do something with it. It's very clear feedback around this is something I need to look at. And it's the same with emotional discomfort. It's just that we find it more challenging to address emotional discomfort. Most of the problems that people have tend to be around not understanding their finances, and they don't understand their finances because they've never been shown how. But when they try to look at them, it makes them feel bad about themselves, makes them feel uncomfortable about maybe their spending, or maybe they're saving, or maybe they just don't understand any of it. And our brain is wired to keep us away from things that make us feel bad about ourselves. So the process of engaging with discomfort, the process of engaging with your finances, if they make you feel uncomfortable, is really hard to do. Dealing with your finances is basically wrestling with 200 million years of evolution. And that 200 million years of evolution is telling you the lion in front of me right now is the one I need to worry about. Next week's lion, next month's lion, that lion in 40 years, not on my horizon. I'm not wired for that. Not managing your finances is totally understandable. If you have debt, you have no savings, if you find yourself unable to spend money or unable to save money, then that's normal. And it's totally understandable. But it's about teasing out the beliefs, the stories, the self-limiting beliefs, the blocks that we have, and going, okay, how do I develop positive and conscious engagement with my finances? What you can do is start with self-compassion and forgiveness and go, okay, no one showed me how. It's tricky. Now let me find someone that can help me with it, and just engage with that process, and you'll be okay. You are enough.